So as you can see, our friends from JSAUX are doing a bunch of different ROG Ally accessories, and in today's video we'll go through all of them, and by the end of this video I'll let you know which are my favorites. So without further ado, let's get to the unboxing and we'll try each and one of these. Alright, so we have the ROG Ally over here, and first of all let me show you everything that we got. So we have a screen protector, and this is the matte version. Then we have the mod case, and if you remember we had this for the Steam Deck as well, and it's still one of my favorite cases to use with the Steam Deck. Then we have some silicone handles. These can go around the corners for the ROG Ally. We have the RGB docking station once more, and I have been featuring this in a different video. And one of my favorites, which I'm really curious about, is the RGB transparent backplate. This does require that you have to remove the backplate from the ROG Ally, and we've done something similar for the Steam Deck as well, where we remove the backplate and we put the transparent purple one. So we'll have to do the same for the ROG Ally. Let's just get the obvious out of the way. We have the matte screen protector. So this does come in two, so don't worry if you mess one of them up. And we also get this plate that you can use to easy up the process of installing the screen protector. How that goes is that you can simply put this on your ROG Ally, and then you can drop your screen protector just like that. The process of installing the screen protector is way easier. I already have the JSAUX matte screen protector applied on my ROG Ally. Before JSAUX decided to provide these accessories, I bought one for myself because this goes all around the screen. You can barely even see it. It's matte, as you can see. And I have been using this for 3-4 months, maybe even more than that. And I had absolutely no issues. I love the matte. To be honest, I don't really see a big difference in the quality, so it's not really affected. But you get less fingerprints. The reflective surface is not that noticeable, and as you can see, I have my light over here that it's reflecting from the screen. So I highly recommend getting this one. From my point of view, better than using a reflective screen. And another accessory that I have been using a lot for the past couple of months is the RGB docking station, and I recently done a giveaway for this one. This is a really good dock that I can highly recommend, and I'll link my full video right over here. I will not unbox this once again because we already done that. Next we have the mod case, which I'm really curious. I have used the mod case for the Steam Deck a lot, and it's one of my favorite cases because it adds a lot of portability. So what I like about the mod case in general is that it's very portable, so you don't need another case whenever you want to take your consoles on the go, because this is in two parts, and we have over here the, let's say, standard case. These straps will get to in a minute. So this is the part that you would normally expect for a console. And this is a front cover. You can use or not, but I prefer these type of cases for whenever I take in my consoles on the go. And that's why I said also for the Steam Deck, I'm doing that already. So let's put the ROG Ally inside. And as you can see, this comes in white. We'll get to all the different functionalities in a minute, but for now, let's just insert the ROG Ally inside. Yet, to be fair, it doesn't seem to be the easiest process. Or maybe I'm doing something wrong. There you go. And there we go. So as a first impression, I like how this looks like. The white, I don't know if you can see on video, but it's really close to the white of the ROG Ally. We also have this lip around the top, which can also protect the console from bumps and hits on the bottom as well. And we do get this extra silicone texture material around the edges, which, to be honest, really feels good in my hand. Well, I do like the ergonomics of the ROG Ally, and I know that maybe not all of you will agree with me, but for the size of my hands, I like the shape of the ROG Ally, and this adds just the tiny bit of extra grip, and you will feel the corners a lot less than the ROG Ally directly, so I like how this feels in my hand. On the top we have the cutouts, and as you can see, we get all the ports exposed. Then the power button, of course, is exposed because we need the fingerprint. The fans are exposed, so good cutouts, and also the SD card and headphone jack. Then let's switch it to the back. We have the M1 and M2 back buttons, which are perfectly exposed, good cutouts over here. And what we do get for the ROG Ally, it's also a kickstand, which is magnetic. There is a magnet over here, and it is a satisfying click. This does remind me a lot of the original Nintendo Switch one, but it has the magnetic support over here, which, let's say, makes it a bit better than the Nintendo Switch, but in the end it's still a flimsy kickstand. Not that bad, don't get me wrong. The quality of it's really sturdy, and I don't think I'll be able to break this easily. A simple kickstand, but the ROG Ally doesn't have one, and now you can use that without any issues. Then you also have the cutouts for the fans, and they kept the ROG logo over here. Overall, I really like this case. It doesn't add too much weight to it because it's silicone, of course, but overall, I gotta say, I actually like it more than the naked ROG Ally because it adds just the amount of grip and weight that I like. Then we also have the flip cover, which should be fairly easy to use. Normally, we should just be able to put this on the top, around the triggers, and there we go. Now the ROG Ally is fully protected. We still get a tiny bit of trigger that are exposed over here, but I'm not too worried because you cannot press them by default. You still get the cutout for the charging port. That's the whole idea of mod case in general, that it's minimal. You normally don't use this while at home. You can use that with the regular case, and whenever you need to travel, then you simply put this on, and there you go. It's very minimal, so you can take this while on the go. And another thing that this case comes with are these two straps over here. These are actually used for a bunch of different accessories. You can put these on the back. We have these two clamps over here. From what I can see in the manual, because I had to look into it, you simply put this part on the top, and then you insert the second one. Then you slide it down just a tiny bit, and there you go. Now the strap, it's fully locked. You can use a bunch of different accessories. You can tie up, I don't know, maybe like a battery, and we insert it, and there you go. Now you have a power bank tied to the back of your ROG Ally. And yeah, of course, it has a lot of weight, but if you want to keep this strapped to the back of your console, you don't want to keep any cords or whatever, then you can do this. But we're not done yet, and the one that I'm curious about the most is this RGB transparent backplate. So inside the box we get stickers, because you can put that on the back of your console. Then we have gloves. That's a nice touch because you can use this when you're removing the backplate. We have an USB-C to USB-A cable. Then we have a bunch of different accessories. So here is the RGB part, I believe. We get a screwdriver to remove everything. Then we get thumbsticks, covers for the back buttons, but we'll look into that in a minute. And of course the actual backplate. And there it is. We get the white version. Let's check also everything that we got over here. As I said, we get the backplate, which I do believe should come something like, yeah, there you go. It will be something like that. To be honest, we got a lot more things that I was expecting. I'm really curious about what's inside over here. All right, now I get it. So these are a bunch of different stickers, let's say, that you can use. By default, we have this loading one, but you can also replace that one with the one that you like. But I actually enjoyed this loading one, so I'll not be using that one. I haven't done this before, but apparently we get everything that we need inside the box. So let's just go ahead and do that. Then we also have this guitar pick that we can use to remove the cover. It shouldn't be too hard, but you do need to be careful so we don't mess this up. And there are no wires, as you can see. Once you remove the screws, this can be easily be removed. As you can see, the buttons remain on the cover, so it looks like we'll have to remove them because we need to put these on the new plate. One screw, then we can push this down. There you go. And don't forget about this spring. And do the same for the other button. And there you go. Now it's removed. Unfortunately, as I can see, also the LT and RT triggers remain on the plate as well. So we'll have to remove that one as well. Apparently we get 2 screws this time around. Then you easily pull this out. And there you go. Also an easy process, but there are a few more steps than I expected. But no worries. We already removed everything. Let's start putting everything back. You need to be careful with the triggers because these need to be in place. And there you have it. And time to do the same for the back buttons. This should click by itself. And once we put the screw, and let's do the same for the other button. There you go. Now it's also time to install this extra part, which will give us the RGB. Keep in mind that this is an extra button that this case adds. This will turn on and off the back RGB. Okay, and in order to test this out, you'll have to long press for 2 seconds this button over here. And there you go, the back RGB is finally working. Apparently you need to cover this light sensor over here because otherwise the ROG Ally will not turn on anymore. Because this is a clear case, then light will be able to pass through the case, and that's why we get these extra stickers over here. So let's go ahead and cover that one up. And there you go, now we should be fine. And if you remember, we also got this sticker, and the reason why we need this is because considering that this is a transparent backplate, then all this part, the battery, will be exposed, and it's not the greatest look to it, and that's why we get this sticker that we can put on the battery. Let's make sure that everything is aligned, and look at that. Already looking a lot better. I think that's pretty much it. Let's just go ahead and put everything back in its place. I'm just testing if the power button is clickable, and no issues there. And everything should be clicking as you hear it. Let's test out the RGB, and there you go, it's working. And what you need to keep in mind is that the ROG Ally has a protective mechanism in place, which requires it to be plugged in when you first powered it on. So that's a good sign, the ROG Ally is turning on. So there you have it. Everything is fully functional, but we still have to put back the screws. And actually, I still want to use also the new grips that we got, just for the sake of it. And there you have it. Now it's fully customizable. We finally have the back plate. The RGB is looking great, if this is something you are interested in. But I actually enjoy this look all around. And now if I compare it with the Steam Deck, this is also from JSAUX. As I said, this is the purple backplate. And I'm quite digging the clear back of these consoles. It's something that I kept for my Steam Deck, but I think I'll do the same for the ROG Ally. But we're not done yet, because if you remember, we also have these silicone handles, and inside, what do you know, we get again extra covers for the buttons. And actually last time we forgot to do that. Let's go ahead and do it now. So there you have it. Now the back buttons are a bit raised, so if you ever felt that you needed the extra height, then these are for you. But also the silicone cases, And these are just some extra grips that go all around the ROG Ally. And just as easy as that, now you also get a cover for the ROG Ally. So this protects just a bit more than this case that we showed previously, because it also covers everything on the front. It all depends on your preference related to cases. I'm not a big fan of all-around covers. Of course, it has a better protection on the side. Also the grip, it's pretty good, but I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to how this feels in my hand. It may be something for you, just something to consider. It's good that we have the option on the back as well, so it has a lot of more protection. You know better which one you prefer. I for one would go for this one, but then again I will lose the whole idea of the transparent backplate, so maybe I'll give this a shot. They're quite sturdy, they do feel good, but I don't know, it's just something that I'm not a big fan of. The ROG Ally, it's fully customized. We have a bunch of different accessories. So we have the backplate, we have a standard case, then we have the silicone case, we have the back buttons, we have new thumbsticks covered, we even have a screen protector. So JSAUX is providing a bunch of different accessories for your console. Definitely not all of them are for you, but we have a lot of different choices. Just go for the one that you like. I will actually keep it as it is in this moment, because I really want to test this out and see if it's something that I can get used to. And there you have it, guys. This is the accessories that we got in today's video. Please let me know down in the comments if there is any specific one that you actually like. Which one was your favorite? And as you can see, I already have my favorite. And if you have any other accessories that you would like me to test this out, or if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.